Welcome to DarKoaster!
Peeps, we are back with a look at the opening night VIP media event for DarKoaster at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Thanks to Masquerade Mania for helping us with tonight's coverage, and we hope you like this look at the VIP event. Awesome. Cool.
Get up. I like how. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm basic. Like, I wouldn't go beyond the low. If it's more than that, like if it's like, yeah, like this is too much for me. Like this, even the one with like all the like lighting.
Do you have what it takes to brave the storm? Let's find out.
So in terms of the story about this ride, I know that Busch Gardens, in terms of the themes behind the rides, very deeply rooted in European mythos and folktales. So what's the story about this ride in particular?
Yeah. So you are, you're in DarKoaster in Bavaria, but DarKoaster has been abandoned from what it once was. But ultimately, we're trying to go see, what is in the abandoned castle, and with that, there's a giant storm coming. So you are trying to both escape the storm and escape some things that you're going to run into in the castle as well. So it's really kind of an homage to what was here before, and now you're exploring. Hey, what happened to that old building? And you find out in a really fun and unique way. And so it really is a great way to kind of tell the next chapter of what happened to DarKoaster, what happened to some of the characters, and maybe some of them are still around, and you're on your truck to kind of find out. So it's almost like a sequel to the original ride? And so a little bit, yeah. You're going back and you're trying to you're trying to find out what happened to this old abandoned castle, and might be haunted, might be some ghosts that existed before. So really pretty neat way to kind of tell that next chapter. So what's the story of the actual almost like the pods that you're in? It's like a sled. Yep, snowmobile. So yeah, you're trying to escape that kind of winter storm in Bavaria, and you got a snowmobile in order to do it. So you're trying to outrun whatever you might run into throughout your journey. So that's kind of the story behind the snowmobile part. So in terms of the speeds of the coaster itself, can you talk about that? Yeah, so the top speed is about 35 miles an hour, but I will tell you, it feels a lot faster than that. It absolutely does. You are in the dark. The launches are a lot stronger than I think people, are expecting, and those twists and turns in the dark, just give the ride just that much more kind of dynamic feel. So I think it'll surprise a lot of people. Appreciate it. One last question. In terms of the inspiration of the design of the ride, can you talk about any type of inspirations for how the ride is, in terms of where you take some of the design and engineering of it? Yeah. So our engineering team works with the ride manufacturer, to understand. Of course, in this location, the footprint already existed. So you already were working within a defined space. So how do you create the best ride you can that fits in with some bones that already exist? So very unique and very different than when you have just a greenfield site and you can kind of start from scratch. So I think the team just did a great job of packing a lot into a relatively small space, and with the use of switch tracks, we're able to utilize more of the track to make for a longer experience, which was highly unique as well. So when you're loading and you're in the queue area, very reminiscent of DarKoaster, but done in a whole new way with a coaster. So so I think it ended up being kind of that perfect blend of, it feels new, but has a great nostalgia feel too for the folks who love the DarKoaster brand. Appreciate it. It was an awesome ride, and thank you very much for your time. Very cool. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, my pleasure. Can you tell me some about the beer the DarKoaster brew? So when Busch Gardens approached us about working on a local collaboration, we were super excited for a number of reasons. Obviously, it's a big honor to have a company like Busch Gardens approach us, but we're also neighbors. So we love hosting the Busch Gardens team, and vice versa. We bring our team to Busch Gardens all the time. So we wanted to come up with a beer that kind of translated the idea and the theme of DarKoaster, Escape the Storm. So this black lager is a traditional German-style Schwarzbier. Notes of toffee, coffee, hints of chocolate, but just because it's dark doesn't mean it's not very actually refreshing and drinkable. So it is a lager. It's actually really light, really easy drinking, so it should be the perfect complement to this brand new coaster. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Absolutely.
Lemonade. Love the lemonade.
You want a beer?
Good.
I think it was
tell me a little bit?
Yeah, her name's Anara. She's a Eurasian eagle owl. She's one of our ambassador animals here. These guys are pretty cool. They're the second largest owls in the world. They also have the longest lifespan of any owl. In the wild, they can live into their 50s. In human care, they can live into their 60s or more. And she's only 4, so she'll be here a long time.
4?
Yeah,
Wow.
she's very young. And she was about this size when we got her, when she was about 6 months old.
The reason they condemned us, and well, we've opened back up, and well, they say escape the storm. I guess you'll have to see for yourself. Awesome. I'm so nervous. Speechless now, I see. Wow. I seem to have that effect on people.
Very scared of DarKoaster.
Scared? Interesting. And why is that? It's just a simple little tour of the ground. Nothing much to it.